Hello and welcome to Living Blind 101. I wanted to talk today about playing cards, and I think just about everybody has a box like this in their house full of playing cards. Now, we all may have different cards, but many of us have something like these. This was a deck that was brought back for me from France. So we've got lovely little I can't see any of that, so we're not going to play with those. Then we have a deck that somebody brought me back from Virginia. And I don't think anybody, quite honestly, has ever played with these. I mean, they're cute, but we're not playing with these. So we'll put them over here too. Then we have the deck. What do we have here? We have the deck that came from Gettysburg. Now I bought these back when I could see. And again, okay, cute. Can anybody see these? Because I can't. So we're not playing with those. I've got these ridiculous things. Again, I don't know where they came from, and I don't think they've ever been played with. Maybe my kids tried to a little bit because they thought it was funny. I don't know. And then we get into somewhere I had a normal deck of cards. Where's my normal cards? Okay. So then we get into the things that everybody plays with. Okay, so this is your average deck of cards. Now, I can see, if I work at it, I can see these letters if I hold them up nice and close to my face. But when you're playing out on the table, and these things are all over the place. Do we have a, all right, we've got a spade and a club. Okay, if I'm looking at these, I can see that's a club and that's a spade. But if they're out in a sea of other cards on the table, all I can see is some black smudges. I don't know which one's which. And I can't tell what that number is and what that number is when they're, like I said, when they're out on the table. So these get to be quite a bit of a problem for somebody with any kind of vision loss. So we won't play with these. So what do you do there? Well, the first thing you do is you go to the jumbo cards. So let's take a look at the jumbo cards. See what we have here. Okay, so first glance, a lot better. I can see these numbers, especially in my hand. I can see them pretty good. If they're out on the table, I have a much better chance of seeing them than seeing those. Obviously, I can still see that that's a 7. I think it's 7. I can still see a 3 and a 5. But do you notice that this is no better, okay, than it was before? So, you know, it's still not the greatest thing for somebody with any kind of serious vision loss. Maybe for somebody that's got a little bit of an issue, maybe they can get by with that. That's great. So what do we do from there? Well, the next thing someone won't do, the next thing I did, is go for the low vision cards. Okay, so we can see right away that over the jumbo card, we have a much larger number we can see. We have a small number that we can see in our hands. Now, for the life of me, I don't know why it's on this side, because I don't know anybody that fans out their cards. I mean, maybe you're left-handed and this would work for you, but this kind of drives me insane. So you've got to fan out your cards this way in your hand, and it's just not natural for me. I don't particularly like it. That's my kind of little beef, but the bigger issue isn't that. The bigger issue is trying to understand. Okay, great, you've got 4 colors, so I can tell the difference from diamonds and hearts and clubs and spades. That's fantastic. But the problem is, I don't know, again, I don't know why. I guess there's some kind of research that shows that this is what they're supposed to look like for low vision cards. The blue and the green, to me, look like they go together. The red and the black look like they go together. Obviously, that's not the way you play. So you're trying to play, and a lot of games go black, red, black, red. So you're trying to play, and you go, okay, there's the red, there's the black, there's the So what is this? Oh, it's red. So you're having to go, oh, black. Okay. Red. Okay. So honestly, there's just as much hesitation here as there was with the jumbo cards. And on top of that, like I mentioned, these two, to me, in the right or wrong, if you want to put it that way, lighting, these look the same to me, especially when they're out on the seat and the table. I can't see the difference. This is slightly darker than this is, but the values are so close and the colors are so close. I don't know why this is supposed to be helpful to blind people, but it is not helpful to me. It is not helpful to anybody in my family. We have 4 people in my family who have either Stargards or a version of it, something like it. None of us like this, and honestly, the people I have met that have other vision problems aren't too happy with these either. On top of that, if you sat and played solitaire for a week and a half and learned this so that it was more natural to you, when you got together with your friends and wanted to play cards, most of them are going to sigh and roll their eyes. Nobody wants to play with these. Now, your family may love you and they may put up with it, but they're not going to be happy. And some people in your life might not be all that willing. So what do you do from there? Well, if you're me, you make your own cards. I have these 2 decks here with 2 different paintings of mine on the backs. Not that really has any bearing on anything whatsoever. But as we can see, we have. Oh, I bet that I got. Oh, no, I didn't. I almost got 4 different ones. Let me see if I can find. There's a club. Now, we have 4 different colors, just like we had 4 different colors with the low vision cards, which is, one of the things that we would sit and play cards and we would do nothing but talk about what cards should look like. So I've got 4 different colors, but I think you should be able to tell very easily which ones go with which. Yes, it has red on it like this did, and yes, it has black on it like those did. But the blue is a cool color that seems to marry up with the black I use gray in there to make them. It just is a little more homogeneous. And the yellow and the red are warm colors, so they seem to go together. So in your brain, you don't have to think about it. You don't have to get used to the fact that these go together. You kind of already understand that that's how it's going to work. So as you play, okay, I've got an ace. I'll put it up there. You start to just play with them, and it's funny when I gave these out to all of the visually impaired people in my family. The complaint, if there was a complaint, was that that they were too easy. They're so used to going, is that a 6? Is that a club? Is that every time they put something down, or every time they wanted to put something down, that they were questioning themselves and then realized they didn't need to. You'd think eventually I'd have a card that went on something. That doesn't. No, that doesn't. So, but you can see how quickly I am able to determine whether a card is usable or not. And play like a normal person. So, then this is the thing. I don't like living where I have to get used to everything. I want life to operate as normally as it can. If I can change something around me, oops, I missed this. Okay. So if I can change something around me to make the world work more like normal or just more easily without thinking about it, I would much rather do that than worry about getting used to things and learning things and all that business. So, like I said, I think you can see how easily it was for me to just do that like you would with any other person would be able to do with any other deck of cards. I don't know that this will work for everybody, these cards. they were designed by a legally blind person for legally blind people. I don't know where these were not diagnosed, where these were, who engineered those, who made those up, who decided what they should be. There's a couple different versions of low vision cards, and some of them are for high contrast. Some of them have like a red background with white letters on it or whatever. This was the basic for my level of disability. This was what I was supposed to use. And like I said, I never found anybody that liked them, no matter what their vision problem was. It is not endorsed. It is not. The powers that be have not said that. Yay, this is what it should look like. In fact, I had someone say that they're the wrong colors. But everybody I know with vision loss loves them. So, if you think this is something that might help you, I have them available. I made them for me and for my family because I was so disgusted with trying to play. Like I said, we're a card playing family. So it was either sit out or figure it out. So I figured it out. And these are on a website that does print on demand. So like I said, I ordered them for me and my family, and but they are available for others. If you are interested, I will put a link in the description. I would appreciate you going there and checking them out. And if they help you out, let me know. If you have different disability than I do with your vision, let me know what it is. I would love to know what types of vision loss this is helping or not helping. Even if you find out they don't help you, I would love to know that too. If you want to put that in the comments. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And I also I think these would help not just people with severe vision problems, but anybody that's aging or has cataracts or whatever should be able to play with these. And like I said, the biggest thing is playing with your family and not having everybody rolling their eyes at you. So, once again, I hope they could help someone. If they do, I would love to know about it. So, until next time, God bless.